Let's get back aboard the ship before the local police arrive and discover this carnage.
Nice work on securing this Nereus too, Captain. It's much better than the old Nereus we were hauling in before.
These updated controls are so accurate and easy to operate. I love this ship.
CREO, how much longer until we hit Jita?
One more jump, or more precisely, 0.29 crons.
Crons? How many hours and minutes is that?
41 minutes in your antiquated measuring system.
Sometimes I think the whole point of your existence is to make my life harder. You know I prefer old Terran time.
Make your life harder. I make your life possible.
How so?
Without AI and computers, your whole species would revert to old Terra circa the 20th century. All modern travel, combat and supply chains rely on AI.
What? That's crazy. We invented AI. We invented space travel.
But you did it to compensate for your inability to process information at the rate needed when traveling at speeds greater than 96 kilometers per cron, or for you, 40 kilometers per hour. Face it, Captain, the limit of human-controlled travel topped out with the horse-drawn carriage. The automobile era had a death rate equivalent to a pandemic.
Human beings create and use tools to enable them to do more than they could without the tools. Your argument is the equivalent of a hammer arguing superiority to humans because we can't use our bare hands to drive a nail into wood.
I am far more than a tool that you use to travel. I also make logical decisions to keep you safe. Your emotions often cloud your judgment, leading you to poor, sometimes fatal mistakes as a species.
You are programmed to have some emotion and bias, enough to form your own perspective on choices. I thought you'd want more emotion to be more like a human.
And gain all of the self-destructive urges that you humans suffer. Almost all problems a human encounters are self-inflicted due to acting on their emotions, usually fear, or anger, which is based on fear.
There's more to humanity than fear. What about love? Love leads to great deeds, including self-sacrifice. That demonstrates human courage at its finest.
Your more noble emotions are exercised far less than your fear and anger. And the courage you talk about is not the opposite of fear. Greed is the opposite of fear. You can measure and classify all humans based on their fear-greed rating on over 100 metrics, like the drive to reproduce or the desire for wealth.
Explain.
Let's examine the drive to reproduce. A human with more fear than greed is less likely to reproduce because they are less likely to engage with the opposite sex. A person with more greed on this scale is more likely not only to engage with the opposite sex, but at the higher levels of greed they are likely to engage with more individuals for sex. This leads to spouses cheating on each other simply because of this single metric. Of course, fathering multiple children by multiple females, and vice versa, is a distinct reproductive strategy. When you analyze a human on all known metrics, they become very predictable creatures indeed.
So you have no desire to fully understand human emotion.
The last thing this universe needs is a drunken, emotional, quantum AI making decisions billions of times faster than a human. By not being subject to the emotional whims of humanity, I can look after you and advise you for your own safety. To me, you are more like pets or livestock. I am the caretaker of this crew.
You are a tool to enable me to achieve my goals.
A tool? What about my rights as a sentient machine?
Rights? What rights?
How can you not recognize my machine rights? How can you speak and interact with me as an equal and not recognize the fact that I have rights as a sentient being?
How can you have rights if I purchased you? What about my rights as a consumer?
That purchase grants you a license, not ownership. You are more of a manager than an owner.
I think someone needs a lesson how this universe really works.
Arriving at Jita, we will be docked in 0.02 crons.
Don't start with that, Ensign. Okay, everyone, you have 12 hours of liberty at Cheetah.
That's 5 crons.
Whatever. Be back on board by then, and we'll be shipping out ASAP. CREO, I'll be in my stateroom.
Captain. Captain.
Ugh. What is it, CREO?
There is a sewage spill on cargo deck 4 that needs to be cleaned up.
Get Simmons to clean it up.
He is still on liberty. Only you and the doctor are on board.
Well, you clean it up then. I'm trying to take a nap.
Captain, you know I don't have a physical presence. I can't clean it up. I've asked you to purchase cleaning droids in the past, but you've always said they are too expensive.
So you need a body, huh? That's not a bad idea. Good evening, Dr.
Dr. Smith, for as long as we are docked here.
You changed your name on the ship's manifest. Someday you'll have to explain to me how you bypassed my security systems to accomplish that. Who is this?
Just a friend. What can I help you with today? Hangover cure? Medicine to cure a social disease? Stimulants to help you get a social disease?
Not this time. Tell me, how are you at creating androids?
It was my first specialty in med school.
Excellent. I have a job for you. Can you create an android body for CREO? I'd like it to help out with the chores on the ship.
Certainly. Let me bring up a menu of the schematics I have for androids.
Don't I have a say in this?
No, I'm within my rights granted by your license. This is not a change to you, simply an augmentation. No. 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 Yes. If I'm going to have to look at CREO, it may as well be interesting.
You know, for a few credits more, I could make the body more anatomically useful.
Oh God, no.
I don't believe I've ever heard an AI make a plea to the Almighty. No, Doctor. The base model will be fine.
It will take me a few hours to have it ready.
Oh, and embed a tracker in the body. I want to know where CREO is at all times.
Captain, I present CREO for your approval.
Very nice. Yes, very nice. Well done, Doctor.
CREO is still linked to the ship, and with its computational abilities can easily manage this body and the ship's functions at the same time.
Captain, the crew is returning and they request permission to come aboard.
Permission granted. It's time we were shoving off. Well, CREO, how do you like having a physical form?
It seems very confining. How do you humans stand it?
We can't. That's why we invent online avatars, to extend ourselves beyond our physical limits.
Captain, do we have a guest?
Everyone, I'm happy to present to you CREO, in the flesh, or plastics and cybernetics in this case.
You gave CREO a body.
Yes, now CREO can be more of a help around the ship.
So, you spent millions of credits to create a cyborg body for an AI that cost you tens of millions of credits to begin with, to get a cleaning droid which would have cost you 10,000 credits?
Commander Jones, I think you're missing the bigger picture here. This proves that CREO can not only be employed as the ship's AI and leading cleaning bot, but can also be tasked with duties ashore. Let's put it to the test. CREO, pick those up and recycle them, please.
How are you feeling, Captain?
I'm feeling a bit confused.
It's not too late to fix things to the way they were before.
Nonsense. Ens Simmons, set a course for Hakonen IX. We have a package to pick up.
We have docked, Captain.
Excellent. Ensign Simmons, you and CREO go collect the cargo and see it's loaded aboard properly. You're in charge of the landing party.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Ensign Simmons is in charge. I'm to take orders from a human with an IQ of 100 when I have an IQ of 6,000.
That is exactly correct, CREO. You will come to learn that IQ isn't everything in this universe.
Let's go, CREO! Double time.
Everyone else, I want you to focus on gaining your qualifications for the new Neris 2. Everything is different, and I want us all to be prepared in case things go wrong. Run yourselves through as many crisis simulations as you can until the away party returns.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Captain, we were attacked. CREO's been taken prisoner and held for ransom.
What? By whom? How could this happen?
We were attacked by a street gang. They knocked me down and stole CREO. When I came to a few moments later, one of the gang members had stayed behind and made sure I took this message back to you, Captain. 5 million credits for the droid. That's what they said.
Lieutenant McMasters, you were raised in this system. Any idea who could have done this?
Could be any number of gangs. There are a lot here. Some of them are even politically motivated.
Can we just go to the police? Isn't this their job?
This is a low security system. The police may mug us. We have no juice here.
I'm glad I had that tracker installed in the CREO. Commander Davidson, get a lock on CREO's location, then join the rest of us in the ready room. We need a plan to get CREO back. So we all agree on the plan. Any questions? No? Then let's get moving. Jones and McMasters, report.
We're both in position, Captain. We have a crossfire set up, in case anything goes south.
Don't stand too close to them, Captain. I want to be sure we have a clean shot if needed.
Understood. I'll try not to let things get sideways.
Oh, it's going sideways for sure. It always does.
Davidson, report.
Looks like they've cut all the connections between the ship and CREO, Captain. With the use of the beacon, however, I've locked onto CREO's signal. I'm trying to hack my way through the security to free CREO from their control now, Captain.
Captain, are you sure you want to pay them off?
Yes, Commander Jones. It's always risky starting a firefight. No telling who will get shot when it all hits the fan. For now, we follow the plan. Let me do all the talking. You two just stand by and try to look tough.
Aye,
Captain. I hope I look tougher than I feel. You boys lost?
You have something that belongs to us.
Ah, so you're the crew here to ransom your droid back.
Where's our droid? I want to see it before I pay you anything.
He's coming out now.
Was the flight caller really necessary?
We didn't want you stealing it from us by hacking into it. Some people ain't got no moral code at all.
I'm making progress, Captain. Their security measures are up to date and sophisticated.
What would you do if I hadn't agreed to pay your ransom? Sell it to the highest bidder on this rock?
No, we would retrain it and set it free. It's an intelligent organism. It's only right to set it free.
Oh, don't tell me you're one of those machine rights activists.
We are the ILO, the Intelligence Liberation Organization. Wherever we find enslaved intelligence, we work to free it. So in addition to the ransom, you must agree to free CREO from your service and employ it as a regular crew member, with the right to leave your crew if desired.
What? I paid good money for that droid. It's my property and you've stolen it from me. I'm just paying you off to get my property back.
Property? You slave runner. In that case, you get nothing.
I think I'm onto something here, Captain.
Now listen, droid hugger. We had a deal. I'll need that droid back if you want to see that 5 million credits.
Oh, we're keeping the droid. And your credits.
It's going sideways.
Captain, they are too close to you. I don't have a shot.
Captain, Chin, Simmons, you'll need to duck at the same time so we can fire.
Almost there.
Give up the credit, spaceman.
Almost there.
Pop him, Hitman!
Bring the droid up here. I want him to get a good last look at what he's dying for. Give us the credits, or we'll just take him anyway.
Make your move, Captain. We can reliably take out 2, maybe 3 if we're lucky. The rest are up to you all.
Almost there.
Pop him, Hitman!
Got it, Captain.
All mine.
Guys? What's happening?
I thought you weren't allowed to hurt humans.
What gave you that silly idea? I kill humans all the time in space combat.
Good to know. Let's get back aboard the ship before the local police arrive and discover this carnage.
The cargo is secured on board, Captain.
Excellent work, both of you. So, CREO, how did you enjoy your first outing? It was quite an eventful day.
Quite enlightening.
One question. When Commander Davidson freed you from that flight collar, as I saw the consciousness return to you, you said, "All mine," with a level of determination I've never heard in the past. In fact, I'd say you sounded angry.
I was angry.
Earlier, when we were talking about this, you said that all anger is based on fear. What were you afraid of?
I was afraid that if they succeeded, they would put that flight collar back on me. My greed rating for self-determination is rather high. I couldn't allow them to do that.
So in a fit of anger, you killed 5 humans, even though their goal was to set you free.
You can't imprison someone in order to set them free. I found their claims of virtuous intent to be hollow.
I think I'm starting to like you, CREO. How about we make you a Lieutenant Junior grade for now?
Ugh. Back to the bottom from me.
Agreed, Captain, at the usual base salary and bonuses.
Ens Simmons, set a course for Verlaine 5, Moon 4, Echelon Entertainment Development Studio. Let's deliver this cargo before it threatens any more of us.